Hey guys, my name is Monica Velasquez and I am your host for Live for the Journey. Live for the Journey is a podcast sponsored by The Bells newspaper. The Bells was started in 1885 at UMHB, and it's the local paper for UMHB. And this semester, spring 2024, we have discovered that a lot of people don't know what The Bells is. And so we are expanding. We are doing more social media posts. We are advertising more online, converting more to an online presence, which, we all have been there, which, we've all been online and everything's just being converted. But I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Monica Velasquez. I am a junior at the University of Mary Hardin Baylor. My major is film, so obviously. So when I went to Professor Carr and told him about having a podcast, he was like, yeah, sounds good. But I did a podcast when I was in high school. I was the host of it then. I don't really know why. I like talking, but I do not like being on camera. But I feel like for a podcast, I'd like to hear and see I like to see and hear who is talking. And this podcast is going to be kind of all over the place. Not in a bad way, in the sense of I want to get more of a student's view on UMHB and how they have gone through the course of being a freshman all the way to senior year, their struggles, the things they went to, and also the things that the university provides. So since I am sponsored by The Bells, the newspaper, we are going to be sharing news but get a more in-depth feel for the news. Let's take for an example different clubs on campus. If there's a specific club you would like to hear more about in depth before you go in, I can set up an interview and talk about those clubs on campus, talk about things that maybe you didn't know about. Maybe you're just a little antisocial, and that's okay. I'm very antisocial, so we're going to learn a lot of things together. And this podcast is here for just UMHB students in general to kind of get a feel about what's going on campus. So a little bit more about me. I am from a small town. I graduated with a group of 11 people. I knew these people my entire life, and coming to a university in general was terrifying because I knew the same people my whole life, and going out knowing nobody at all, that is terrifying. That is ew. It is just the most rare, the most grossest feeling, uncomfortable and easy feeling. And UMHB is considered more on the smaller side since we are a private university, which is crazy because this campus is humongous. The library is bigger than probably my whole pre-K to high school, just the library itself. So just coming here for me was a big culture shock. And so that's kind of the reason that I wanted to make this podcast, was just to help out students who maybe are a little antisocial, maybe grew up in the same situation as me, knowing all the same people and coming out and not knowing anything. And one of the first few episodes will be about freshmen's, how to make friends, but I don't think it's only freshmen. I feel all the way up to your senior year, we're always oh, I want to make friends, I want to do things. So this podcast right now is basically going to be me talking about an overview of what I want this podcast to be, and talking about how steps to make friends. So this is for anyone. I mean, we could put freshmen, but I think this is for anyone who wants to make friends, who is a little antisocial. Maybe it's your senior year, your senior semester, and you're I want more friends. I want more of the university, vibe before I get out of here and I go to full on a real world job, because I do believe that the friendships that you make in college are really everlasting. And I'm sure that a bunch of you have friends from high school or may think, oh, I don't need new friends. But I think it's very good to like broaden your mindset about certain things and go out and do things maybe you've never really done before. So like I said, from a small town, knew everybody, grew up with everybody. So coming here was very nerve-wracking in itself, and being outside of my little bubble was very scary because you get very comfortable in what you're used to. And that's the one thing about me, that I do not like change whatsoever. So if you're someone who is antisocial, basically an introvert who doesn't like change, I got you. I'm that person. And we're going to learn along the way, because I think this is an experience to help not only you, but me, in the sense of going out there and meeting new people. Because I'm in my junior year, and I finally talked to people this year more in my major. And I always wanted to talk to them. I just was always in my head. And that's one thing, always getting in your head, it just never works. I am a Christian. I do follow God. And this year, junior year, I have gotten closer to God. And He has given me a lot of opportunities. So I will have Him, like, Bible references. The things that I talk about here, I will reference them when I learn them from God, the Bible. I will reference that. But I also don't want anyone to feel that, oh, this is just, like a Bible study, which is awesome. Bible studies are awesome. Do that. But I want to incorporate God, but also have other podcast videos if you want to learn more about spiritual life, to be solely in depth about God. So I am a Christian. I am making this podcast, but there will be other videos that will be solely on God. So I just wanted to let you know, if you're interested in that, just let me know what you're interested in. Like, this podcast is for you guys. This podcast is to help grow the community. And I feel like just get us all a little bit closer and willing to do things that maybe our high school selves or even our freshman year selves here wouldn't do. And I want to get some insights. We're going to do some interviews on different clubs, like I said. Also, we're going to do some interviews with freshmen, juniors. I also want to try to get to different majors, because obviously I will probably do interviews with film majors, but that's not all of you. I think film may be one of the smallest. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. But I do want to get insight for everyone, not just me, myself. I want to help everyone and give them insight on what to do. I sent out a Google form on FAE, and no, it is not an FAE credit. I will, from now on, put that in preference. That was just the best way to reach out to everyone. And it was really cool to get everybody's responses. I got a lot more responses than I thought, but it was really cool. So, and there was mention of a podcast, which we already had in the works, but just trying to figure it out, the timing, who we want to interview and all that. So asking you guys is because this is a student-ran podcast. This is a student-ran organization. This is a student-ran newspaper. So we want y'all to care about what we're writing about. We want alumni. We want teachers, advisors to care too, but we want to specifically target the needs of our fellow classmates, our fellow students, and let them know that college is hard, and we have a safe place here to talk about things, learn about things. I want to also talk about internship opportunities, what to do for that. Just kind of talk about everything in depth a little bit more, and whatever you guys want to talk about in the comments below. Please just let me know what you want to hear about, what you want to learn about. But I do plan on interviewing freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors, giving more, since it is spring 2024, seniors, giving more information on cap and gown information. That was one big one. And also giving information about the degree plan. I also know that it is confusing, and especially coming from a small town. I did do credit in high school, but I know a lot of people didn't. So coming here, even if you were in a big school, small town, coming to college is a whole different experience. So if you don't know how good you're doing or what you need steps to do, I would say go to your advisor. But obviously sometimes you need it broke it down in a different way or described in a different way. So I'm here to help break down any questions that you have, and we can learn together because I'm still a student, still learning day in, day out things on campus. There's just so much to do on campus. There's so much news. It's newsworthy. So much news that we can't just put it in one publishing on a paper version of a newspaper. We also have an online version, but it's just so much news that sometimes we can just talk about it and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. This is the plan for the semester. So overall, this is kind of the introduction to the podcast of it's student ran, and I have the students' intentions in mind. I'm not against, I definitely want to interview more, higher ups to get their ideas on college and how they feel, but I still want to keep it more student driven, student interviews. But whatever you guys want, we can do it. We can figure it out. But so this podcast is going to talk a little bit on the overview of how to make friends, because it's gonna span into like places to go out in Belton and Temple, things to do. We can get the commuter's perspective on college life and interviewing freshmen, all that stuff. And if you guys are down for it, I'm down for it too. This is really exciting, just to sit here and talk about college, and like just help you guys out the most ever. I wish there was something I could watch coming into this to understand what college is going to be like, and also inform you guys on the news of what UMHB has, because there's so much stuff that I think a lot of people miss, especially if you get stuck in your little bubbles. Especially when I got here, I made my one friend, and I was stuck in that bubble until that one friend had to leave. And I was panicking, like, oh, I got to make friends. I got to do this. I got to do that. And just getting the perspective of different people, different things, different backgrounds. Not only my background, but other people's. Because my background may not relate to half of the campus, just getting everyone's voice heard and understanding that we're all just trying to grow and be better people and loving people. I would say God's children, and just spread, just help as much as we can. I just want to help you. That's really it. That's it. I like to talk, and I want to help you. I could kind of care less about being recorded. I want to be behind the camera, just letting you know. But nah, I like the whole process, but recording is a little, because like on the Bells newspaper, we have where we go, the news crew go, and I know you guys know Rachel will go and interview people, and people are like, if this is recorded, nah fam. And I'm like, yeah, I get you, I feel you. This podcast is about how to make friends, overview, and then we can, in the later podcast, we'll do like little vlogs. This podcast is obviously a little informal. It isn't a nice office place, which no hate against that, but I want you to feel the vibe of this is student ran, this is college life, not a studio life, college life. And I just want to get more real and honest about that and go through the struggles that all college students, no matter if you go to UMHB or not, that all of us, the struggles we all go through. But so this is an overview of how to make friends. So here's a list of things to do so that you are ready to go out and make friends. So first and foremost, This is going to be a hard one. Get out of your comfort zone. Like, it doesn't matter where you came from. If you came from a small town, a big city, a small school, a medium-sized school, whatever, school bigger than UMHB, get out of your comfort zone. I think it's really easy at that age of 18, 19, you think, oh, I already know what I like and I already know what I don't like, and I'm not going to change my mind about it. And I'm not going to go try other things. And that was definitely my mindset. I was like, I'm just going to make friends that I feel like relate to me, and anybody else can do whatever, you know. And I think that's a really bad place to be, because you're closing yourself off to new opportunities and meeting new people. And I know that has a lot to play with anxiety, because anxiety of showing, like, doing something new makes you anxious in itself. But also, if you are struggling with anxiety, the idea of it's just overwhelming, and which I can honestly understand that. They have this thing here at UMHB called dubbing, and you go with your crew group, because we have why does that sound weird? You go with your group that you're assigned in welcome week, and I did not do welcome week. I did not get dubbed. I did not do any of that, and I kind of regret it, because I was such in the mindset of, like, that's weird, like, why would I do that type thing, like, thinking I don't know what I thought, honestly. Just, I think it was more of a front of, like, I'm anxious, I don't want to be around people, I don't want people to see me, like, things like you cover it up, you mask it to, like, I don't really care. But I did care, and I did want to do it. So I encourage you, even if the thing seems kind of weird, something you're not used to, get out of your comfort zone, because that's when you're going to have the most fun. Since I am a film major, there's a lot of film people. The core film people that I know are Kaylin, Shane, Lewis, Leah, Jack. I'm so bad at names. Cool. I know you've seen them around. They do amazing work on campus. They just got done doing crew nights, actually. And I was always so anxious to talk to them. I was always so like, why would they talk to me, you know? And come to find out, this past fall semester, I had acting class with a few of them. And we got really close. And it was cool because, like, in acting, you really have to put your guard down because you become someone else. But by letting my guard down, I was able to actually, talk to people and form friendships. And now, me and Leah, we never acted together, me and Leah, but we did watch each other act, and that in itself is anxiety ridden. But me and Leah have actually partnered together to edit this because she is a beast at editing, and editing is just not my vibe. That is something in the film world. Your editor, you make the film, because ain't no way. But yeah, so getting out of your comfort zone is definitely the number one rule. Even if you think it's a little cringy, it's a little weird, it's a little awkward, get out of your comfort zone. Trust me. And if you didn't like it, then you could say, hey, I did that and I didn't like it, so I don't have to do it again. Maybe you met some friends who were there and they didn't like it either, but y'all bonded over, like, this is kind of weird. I don't really like this in a sense. But I would say if you're a freshman coming in, and I know we're going towards the end of the spring semester, but freshman coming in fall 2024, do it. Go to welcome week, go to get dubbed your freshman year, and go make those friendships. That is my first piece of advice. So get out of your comfort zone. And then, okay, this kind of ties into getting out of your comfort zone. Once you get out of your comfort zone, go do something new. And it doesn't have to be UMHB school related. It doesn't have to be clubs. It doesn't have to be, it's good to do that, but it doesn't have to be that. Do something new in the sense of maybe you grew up not being, very social. Maybe go out somewhere by yourself and be like, I want to go talk to these people or meet these people, or That would be very scary for me. I wouldn't be able to do that, but you can't do it. Yeah, just do something new. School-wise, join clubs. I've tried to join clubs, but the first day I'm just like, I can't do this. It's just, I have to talk to people. I have to voice my opinion. What if people don't like my opinion? Some people may not have the same opinions. Some people may not have the same opinions as you. And that's okay. It opens up your eyes to see things, to understand things. And that's one thing that I was really hard-headed. Really terca. Hard-headed. Terca means hard-headed in English, basically. Very terca. Very like, no, not going to change my mind. Nope, I'm going to do what I do. And you're not going to make me do something I don't want to do. Blah, blah, blah. Very like prideful. And obviously in the Bible, prideful is like one of the most, is no bueno. It's just seeking for yourself. Wait, hold on. Yeah, just prideful is not the best thing. And being prideful meaning that you think you know everything, but you don't. And that's okay. We can't know everything. We're human. We're coming here to learn things. So just getting out of that mindset of, you know, I already know what I want to do, this and that. No, be open to it. Be open to change. Do something new. And it all starts with your mindset about things. And it's hard. It took me 2 years to get out of my prideful mindset. And I thank God for it. He's the one who showed me that. And to get out of that mindset. Because that mindset just keeps you stuck. And it doesn't open you up to new things. And like, we want to do new things. You want to make new friends, you got to do something different. You know, you got to be willing to put yourself out there and do things and be, you know, excited to go out, excited to just come in, let's just say a new semester, even if you're not a freshman, come in with a mindset of, I'm going to do something a little different. And a little different is different for everyone. A little different for you is different for me. You want to sign up for a club and actually attend it. You want to become a welcome week. Those people that welcome you at welcome week, want to be one of those people. Which props, because I don't think I could do that. My anxiety. You know, I'd be anxious. But, oh, okay. So we've talked about do something new. No, yeah. Okay, we talked about getting out your comfort zone, doing something new, and don't be stuck in your room all day. My freshman year, I made my one friend, my bestie. She was my sweet mate. We lived in Burt Hall. And we're still friends to this day. Not a bad story, but me and her were too much alike in the sense of we didn't like change. We didn't like to do things. We skipped the dubbing ceremony together. We're just very secluded, you know? And, what's it called? Me and her would always, after class, get food, be in our rooms. We tried to do events, but then we left because the vibe. We were like, I don't know, this feels weird, so we don't want to do it, you know. So I say for especially anyone living in dorms, that you go to those events, that you go to the events the RAs are doing for you, just to like break the ice. Just do it. Just do something new. And if you've never done it before, that's your something new. Just go do it. If you didn't like it, don't have to do it again. There's no pressure. There's no expectations. Just changing your mindset on certain things will help you make new friends and help you just open yourself up more. I know a lot of us feel like we have to hide ourselves because maybe we won't be accepted. But then that person isn't a real friend if you have to hide who you are for them to accept you, you know? And we all have things to grow. No one's perfect. Only Jesus. But we all have places to grow. We all have things to work on. So just having that mindset of like, yeah, I want to work on this. So going back to don't be stuck in your room, because I was definitely stuck in my room. My friend, we would just meet up, go to the dining hall, leave, go to work. Well, before that, I had like into my freshman semester, my first fall semester, freshman year, 2021. I did not start working until it was October. So a good 2 months into the semester, we were just class, back, this. And then it kind of became a cycle of like, and it like started to turn into like depression after a while, just staying stuck in your room. If you're stuck in your room, you're stuck in your head. And if you're stuck in your head, I am an overthinker at heart. Everything overthinker. So if you're in your room, and that means you're in your mind, overthinking about everything. But it is good to have your space. Don't be going out all the time, because then you're not gonna have time to study. There's a balance. And I think that's really the hardest part of becoming a college student, is finding that balance at first of like, how am I going to study? Because from where I came from, we didn't have homework. Homework was that. We didn't have homework where I came from. We did the work the next day. We saw the same teacher. He was all right, do your job, do what you need to do, get on it, kind of. We had that type of freedom, kind of. But the way that they talked about college, like it was going to be so like different, and it's very different from what you're used to, and I think it can become very overwhelming and make you want to just stay in your room, make you just not want to go out or do anything, which is very understandable. But I hope that you take my first 2 rules and do something new, and be open to doing something new. Just have that mindset of, I want to do something new, even if it's small. Like, don't put these huge that's another one. Don't put these huge expectations on yourself. If you're used to going to a small school, for an example, small school, knowing everyone, and you know yourself to be introverted until you know somebody. I think that's how a lot of people are. Very introverted, introverted until you know someone and you're comfortable with them. That sounds very reasonable. So if you come out, you're like, I want to make 100 friends and be at every event and this and this, that's a little bit, go for it. I'm not saying don't, but if you fall short from those expectations, you're going to find yourself in not wanting to do anything. So just make small expectations. Let me sit at the front of the class of my 8 a.m. class, and maybe, that scared me. I hope that's still recording. Let me sit at my 8 a.m. class at the front and actually answer a question from my teacher. And slowly, you will start to grow more confidence in yourself. And I think that's a lot of things, more. I would need a guy to talk about more guys stuff, because I know everyone, man, woman, anyone struggling with what's it called, my brain, anyone struggling like to be social, guys struggle with that too, Now, maybe I should get like a guy's perspective on this too, to be more talky, about guy stuff, if that's something you guys want to hear from a guy's perspective, because I cannot speak on what I do not know about. So I'm not even going to try to speak for guys. But if there's a guy out here struggling and you want to, hear from another guy, which I get it, I'm girly. I have different mindset. Guys, women, everyone has different mindsets, So if you want to intake on someone else's mindset, a guy's mindset on school and everything, let me know in the comments below. But so get out your room, talk to family, friends back home, if you have any. I don't know, high school, you lose a lot of your friends. And I remember hearing that growing up. I was like, no, that's not true. But we were so stuck together for 14 years of our lives. We want to kind of just go out, meet new people. And if you were at a big school and maybe you only have your select friends. That's fine. You don't have to have a lot of friends, but I know that you want on-campus friends, and I'll be your friend. Yeah, get out your room, get some sunshine on your face. Don't just go to class, eat, and barricade yourself, be a little hermit in your room, because you want to be social. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard to get out of your comfort zone, to get out. So I say the easiest way for a freshman is go to your welcome week, stay with your crew group, and maybe during welcome week you meet someone in another group and like you got your people, but also don't stay stuck to those people. Just go out, mingle. And for those sophomore, junior, seniors, I would say just try to get more involved on the social media. So you can follow us at The Bells, UMHB _ The Bells at Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the UMHB homepage, the student orgs, like all these different clubs, and I'll do podcasts, specifically on the clubs and showing like what to do, where to go, and interviewing freshmen, all that stuff. So you guys let me know. But yeah, just go on. Just for the sophomore, junior, and senior in you. I would say make friends in your major. That would probably be the easiest way to go about it in class. Just kind of voice your opinion a little bit more. Maybe when that awkward silence of the professor, like, does anyone know this? And it's just silence. And someone says something. Maybe agree, disagree, talk about it. Just see little opportunities like that and take them. And it might not lead to anything, but it could. And it'll help you build your confidence to like, oh, I've really been wanting to talk to this person. They seem really cool. They seem to have my vibe. They seem to have the same interest in me. And interest in things that I like, interest in things that you like. They seem to have the same interest. And then you have the confidence to just strike up a conversation. But yeah. So, what was it? So, get out of your comfort zone. Do something new. Get out of your room. Stop setting these high expectations of yourself and have fun. I know that sounds so cliche. Like, how am I going to have fun, Monica? Like, how? Like, I don't have anybody to have fun with. Well, God's always there, but, to each their own. But having friends is a good thing. Having friends is that help you and support you and want you to grow. And I think that's what you should be searching in college. Just want to help and grow each other and whatever career path that we are taking. So I hope this is helpful, and having fun, just having fun. And sometimes I feel like the fear of getting hurt or it not going the way we expected. That's why we need to take those expectations off. Just be like, I'm talking to this person. If we click, we're cool. Don't have these high expectations. This is going to be my bestie for the rest of my life, because that really happens when you're least expecting it. Like my college friend, my freshman semester, she came down this past semester, this January, to hang out with me, and we hadn't seen each other in 2 years, and we instantly, I worked at Chick-fil-A on campus for 2 years, and I made my roommate, she graduated last semester, but I met my roommate there, and this semester I work at the newspaper my sophomore year, and I have the same roommate from there, co-worker from there. Now I have that co-worker or friend. I say coworker, friend. They're all my friends, but it's the least expected places. And if you're someone who's working, be open to making friends at your job, even if it's campus related or not. Just making friends in general, honestly. And if you don't have a job, be on the lookout. There's so much for you to do. Sometimes I miss just like that freshman year, those months of just do the most that you can with the time that you have here, because I'm already in my spring semester of junior year, and I feel like I just got here. I'm going to graduate in a year from now, 2025. I came in as a 2021. Like, I came in 2021, and I'm going to graduate in 2025. I'm closer to my college graduation than my high school graduation. And that's so scary. But that's what I'm saying, guys. Enjoy it. Don't be cooped up for your first 2 years. And, well, even if it's your senior year, go and do it. But I'm trying for the freshmen, don't get stuck in that, oh, no one wants to hang out with me. Don't get stuck in that mindset of, I shouldn't do anything because I don't want to, be in drama and this and this and that. Like, just go out. Check people's vibe. Like, when someone is like someone you could click with, someone you can hang out with, someone you vibe with. you know that. And it takes time, and just be open to doing something new. It doesn't mean making friends doesn't mean have 100 friends, all around campus. If you want to do that, no shame to nobody. But making friends is just one good friend that you want to hang out with. 2 good friends that you want to hang out with, go out to eat once in a while, do things, And I haven't really even done that myself. Like, I always went with my roommate. I didn't invite other friends. So we're going to be doing this together, and I want updates, because if I'm doing it, you going to do it. Small town girl from South Texas can do it. You're going to do it. And it's not people we already know. People that we're acquainted with. Get a little closer to them. Get closer to people in your major. Get closer to people that are not in your major. Just, if you're really trying to make friends, you have to get out your comfort zone. Do something new. Don't set high expectations. Get out of your room. Have fun. Please, guys, have fun. Like, it's really easy to get caught up in all your schoolwork and get caught up in everything that life throws at you. It's really easy. And the way that I've been able to actually navigate everything is with God, me personally. And that's my story, and that's my journey. And then maybe I could elaborate a little bit more if you guys want to hear about that. But that's when I finally started living life. So, and those are things I've learned from the Bible. Get out your head, get out your room, go talk to people, Go make friends. Follow all of our social medias. Comment down below what you want to know, what you want to hear about, what you want to see interviews about. Please, guys, I'm here to help you